Shalom and greetings again. I hope you all aren't getting tired of me, but I want to bring a couple of things out again. As I was stating earlier about last night, when I was trying to make a recording, all of a sudden there were drums, African drum beatings. It's like one of those voodoo type of situations that you see that you've seen on television or something. And all of a sudden there was a noise in the bathroom, in the wall. And in the room that I was in, there was a shaking of the shade or the blind, whatever you want to call it. And at that point is when I was trying to say is that not that I am Yahushua, all right? What I was trying to say is that with the book that I was in, which is Hosea, and it's actually called Husha, which is the name of Moses' servant, his minister. And we know that when I keep saying this, but it always needs to be reiterated, that when the children of Israel was in the wilderness, and the Son came to them, and he said to them that his angel, his malak, all right, was going to bring them into these particular people in Canaan. And that is the point that I was trying to make. Not that I am that. Also, because in the book of Malachi, that particular name is not the name of the person that wrote the book. Malachi is the name of the messenger. So what I was saying in that regard is that the Malachi is a messenger of the person who is coming, who is giving the information that that would bring in the Messiah. So in other words, what I was saying is that this Elijah message, which is the name of the person that would bring that message, just like it was said of John the Baptist, that he did it in that name. Okay, so as I said those things, all of a sudden on my screen pops up this picture of this supposed woman in the 1800s that was running for president, and she had some Luciferian types of ideas, and on there it had free love and things like that, and it also had for a name, the person that wrote the article, it was a Jewish name. And as we know, today's Jews that follow the Judaism the way that it is, the vast majority of them don't. Well, most of them know what they're into, all right? So because they're into the Kabbalah and the things that are not pleasing to our Creator and our Bara and His Son. So at that point, to my understanding, is that some witchcraft occurred in there. Even like I said, even with the African beat, and even if that made me lift up and say something like that. But the thing was that what I was saying was in fact what I was trying to say. But the thing is that it came out the improper way, but these people jumped on it, and what made it seem as if now for 2,000 years I'm locked up somewhere. And also what I've noticed is that I keep seeing that every place that when one of these athletes get into a trouble, they said that they should go into a place where all of these other bad athletes should go. Okay, so what they're saying, since I told you all about how everything is like the Greek mighty ones are playing games with our lives and things of that nature. So it's as if you don't do according to what they want you to do and play the games that they want you to play, all right? So all of a sudden people can come in and say this and that about you, and then all of a sudden there's this pit that you go into, and they have the ability to keep you there and things of that nature. And so, like I said, our Creator is able to see through this garbage that is going on here, And like I said, whether or not I lifted up within myself, or whether or not they were responsible for lifting me up, I'm still going to continue to do what I have to do and what I have to say. And as I was watching something earlier, like I said before, the young man on there, it was trying to say that I was going to imitate just what had happened with the person that I told you all about before, that is the anti-Messiah actually. And what they were trying to make me do is to go ahead and become a type of Messiah. So again, it's that I'm not sure exactly what's transpiring with that particular sort of thing, but like I told you before, the powers that be, they tried to get me to be just that, with my birthday being actually today, because it is the late hour, and the next day, actually it was the next day at sunset, but not according to the way that we look at it at 12 midnight. Okay, all right. So anyhow, but I don't celebrate my birthday anyway. All right, but it's the birthday of Jupiter, and also the same person is called Zeus and Apollo and things of that nature. So I'm trying to keep my distance from those things and to bring out to you all what we are supposed to be doing in the Father and to his Mashiach, so that the things are flowing the proper way. That's why in the book of Zechariah, it's plain about how the branch, even in Isaiah, it talks about the branch. Even in Ezekiel, it talks about the branch coming. So I'm going to read Zechariah. Let me go there first, and then I'll come back to Psalms, because there were some things in Psalms that I really liked. But I since the Messiah told us to even love our enemies, David had an imprecatory type of a prayer, because that's what was on the scene then, because he had some really bad people, and we have the bad people now, but we have the Haruk HaKodesh, the set apart spirit, on our behalf to intercede for us, and that is a very, very important thing to have as well. But he had our Creator on his side then also. But you understand what I'm trying to say, I'm pretty sure. All right, I'm still turning, so just bear with me while I get to the book of Zechariah, and then we'll read a little bit more in Malachi or Malachi. I think it's in 3, and then it's in 6. Okay, it says the clean clothes for the high priest, chapter 3, verse 1. And he showed me, it says Joshua, but it should be Yahusha, the high priest, standing before the Malachi of Yahuwah, and Satan standing at his right hand to resist him. And the Bara said unto Satan, or Satan, the Bara rebuked thee, O Satan, Satan. Even Yahuwah that has chosen Jerusalem rebuked thee. Is not this a brand plucked out of the fire? Now Yahusha was clothed with filthy garments, and stood before the Malachi. And he answered and spake unto those that stood by before him, saying, Take away the filthy garments from him. And unto him he said, Behold, I have caused thine iniquity to pass from thee, and I will clothe thee with a change of raiment. And said, Let them set a fair mitre upon his head. So they set a fair mitre upon his head, and clothed him with garments. And the Malachi of Yahuwah stood by, and the Malachi of Yahuwah protested again unto Yahusha, saying, Thus said Yahuwah of hosts, If thou wilt walk in his ways, and if thou wilt keep my charge, then thou shalt judge my house, and shalt also keep my courts, and I will give thee places to walk among these that stand by. Hear now, O Yahusha, the high priest, thou and thy fellows that sit before thee, for they are men wondered at. For behold, I will bring forth my servant, the branch, which is the Messiah. All right. For behold, the stone that I have laid before Yahusha, upon the stone shall be 7 eyes. Behold, behold, upon the stone shall be 7 eyes. Behold, will engrave the gravings thereof. So the Yahuwah of hosts, and I will remove the iniquity of that land in one day. In that day, said Yahuwah of hosts, shall ye call every man his neighbor under the vine tree. Okay, so we see that this person Yahusha, all right. So he's the high priest, and he's being charged with certain things that the enemy is trying to hit him with, based on him already trying to usurp the authority from the Messiah and from the Creator. And he's trying to charge Joshua for doing things that he was doing, all right, for the purpose of trying to bring Yahusha's people home, all right, and trying to lay a charge for that purpose and keep him out of the kingdom for those reasons, all right. So now let me go. I think the other part is in, is it 7? Let's see. No, it's in 6. All right. Let's turn that to, let's see, 6:1. And I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, there came 4 chariots out from between 2 mountains. The mountains were mountains of brass. In the first chariot were red horses, in the second chariot black horses, in the third chariot white horses, in the fourth chariot grizzled and bay horses. Then I answered and said unto the angel, the Malachi that talked with me, what are these, my sovereign? It says, my Lord, my sovereign. And the Malachi answered and said unto me, these are the 4 spirits of heaven, which go forth standing before Yahuwah of all the earth. The black horses which are therein go forth into the north country, and the white go forth after them, and the grizzled go forth toward the south country. And the bay went forth and sought to go, that they might walk to and fro throughout the earth. And he said, go hence, walk to and fro throughout the earth. So they walked to and fro throughout the earth. Then cried he upon me, and spake unto me, saying, behold, these that go towards the north country have quieted my spirit in the north. And the word of Yahuwah came unto me, saying, take of them of the captivity, even to Hildai and Tobiah and to Jediah, which are come from Babylon, and come to thou in the same day, and go into the house of Josiah, the son of Zephaniah. Then take silver and gold, and make crowns, and set them upon the head of Yahusha, the son of Jehozadak, which is the high priest. And speak unto him, saying, thus speak the Yahuwah of hosts, saying, behold, the man whose name is the branch, okay, the servant, the son of the Ra, all right, and shall grow up out of his place, and he shall build the temple of the Bara. Even he shall build the temple of Yahuwah, and he shall bear the esteem, and he shall sit and rule upon his throne, and he shall be the priest upon his throne, and the counsel of the peace shall be between them both. And the crown shall be between Helam and to Habiah, and to Jediah, and to Hin, the son of Jephaniah, for a memorial in the temple of Yahuwah. And they that are far off shall come and build in the temple of Yahuwah. And he shall know that Yahuwah of hosts has sent me unto you. And this shall come to pass, if you will diligently obey the voice of Yahuwah, your Bara. All right. Now we'll go into Malachi, so that we'll read 3, and we'll skip over where it says, will a man rob God part, and we'll go to 4, all right? And we'll start at, we'll start at verse 2:17. Ye wearied Yahuwah with your words, yet ye say, where we wearied him. When we say, everyone doeth evil is good in the sight of Yahuwah, he delighteth in them. Where is the Yahuwah of judgment? And it's coming. And it's also written in Isaiah. I forget where it is, where it said that, and I think that's also what happened, is that they tipped the hand to see what was going on. All right. So like I said, that I'll leave all that to the Creator and to his Son, and whatever part I play, I just want to be in the kingdom. I don't care if I have to shine shoes or whatever. I don't care. I just want to be in the place. So it's it's upon me, it's upon my heart. My zeal is to do according to what I have been told to do, whether the circumstance, and continue to bring you what I have to bring you. All right, it says, chapter 3, verse 1, behold, I will send my messenger, and he will prepare the way before me, and the Barah whom you seek shall suddenly come to his temple, his hekel, even the messenger of the covenant, whom you delight in. Behold, he will come, and saith the Barah of hosts, who may abide the day of his coming, who shall stand when he appeareth, for he is like a refiner's fire, and like fuller's soap. And he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver, and he shall purify the sons of Levi, and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer up unto YAHUWAH an offering in righteousness. Then shall offer YAHUWAH, or Judah, and Jerusalem be pleasant unto YAHUWAH, as in the days of old, and as in the former days. And I will come near to you into judgment, and I will be with swift witness against the sorcerers, and against the adulterers, and against the false swearers, and against those that oppress the hirelings in his wages, the widows and the fatherless, and those that turn aside the stranger from the right, and the fear not me, says YAHUWAH of hosts. Now we'll go to 4, and we'll go here where it says the coming of the day of YAHUWAH. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn like an oven, all the proud, yea, and all those that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that comes shall burn them up, says YAHUWAH of hosts, and it shall leave them neither root nor branch. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. Ye shall tread down the wicked, for there shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, says YAHUWAH of hosts. Now, again, this is imperative that we understand this. He says, remember ye the law of Moses, my servant, which I commanded you on Mount Horeb for all Israel with the statutes and the judgments. All right. So the things that he has told us to do, which is to abide by the words that he said, the commandments we are supposed to keep, and we have been taught that we're not supposed to keep those. We are supposed to keep the Sabbath. We are not supposed to have these other things going on. We are not supposed to be lying and blaspheming and things like that. We have to make sure that we're repenting for these things. Then he says, behold, I will send you Eliyahu, the prophet, before the coming of the great and dreadful day of YAHUWAH. And he shall turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the hearts of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite this earth with a curse. All right, let's go to Psalms, and I want to, hopefully I can find the one that I was reading, because it really made a lot of sense to how I was feeling at that particular time. And by the psalmist being David, and one of my names in Hebrew being David, it really made a big difference, because he was saying that they twisted his words and made fun of him based on what they wanted to basically bring him to a shame. Okay, I'm trying to find it. I can't see it right now, and I don't want to waste your time to try to look for it. But I'm going to try to find that and bring that to you at a later time, as well as bring out something to you that I read from Song of Solomon again. And I was also reading in Isaiah, and it was a difference between the types of grapes that were in Baal Peor, or and the Baal Peor, that the people that were trying to get them, the two people of YAHUWAH were trying to get him at the same place, you see, and he didn't like that. So, but in the Song of Solomon, it was okay. All right. So again, we have to look at what's going on there in that particular book. I'm not saying that everything in that book is off, but I'm saying there's a lot there that needs to be brought out, so that we understand that there are some things that have to be gleaned from the truth and the light and the life of our Mashiach. And I'll stop there, And I'm not fussing at you all. I just want to make sure that I have a hearing problem for one. So, and I'm a little bit excited. So I won't apologize for that. And may Yahuwah bless you abundantly and stay and keep you and your families. And let's continue to pray for those that even persecute us and our enemies. And let's pray for those who will come into the kingdom, and even to the 10th and the generation, and our spouses, and so on. And however else we can continue to pray and keep on keeping on. All right. Love you all. Shalom.